4 miles below the surface, the sun is a memory. Here, in the crushing weight of the Hadal Zone, a new geopolitical theater is opening. It is a world of extreme conditions, alien life, and staggering wealth. This is the new frontier of human ambition. I'm your host, and today we explore deep-sea mining, a race that blends the thirst for green energy with the cold reality of naval power. Scattered across the seabed are trillions of these polymetallic nodules. They are the target of the largest resource grab in history. Formed over millions of years, these rocks are concentrated storehouses of the metals that make our modern world possible. The global energy transition is the primary driver. To replace fossil fuels, we need electric vehicle batteries on a massive scale. By 2040, the demand for nickel and cobalt is expected to increase by 20 times. Land-based mines simply cannot keep up. But this transition has a flaw. The supply chains for these critical minerals are highly concentrated and easily disrupted. Nations that secure their own mineral sovereignty will lead the next century. Those that don't will be at the mercy of others. Unlike landmines, most of these minerals lie in international waters, governed by a complex set of global rules. The CCZ alone holds more nickel, manganese, and cobalt than all known land-based reserves combined. China recognized this early. They have spent decades securing the processing facilities for the world's battery minerals. Now, they are moving to the source. China holds 5 of the 31 exploration contracts issued by the ISA. The United States, meanwhile, is in a legal limbo. It has not ratified the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. This means U.S. companies cannot directly secure mining rights from the International Seabed Authority in international waters. As the race intensifies, the line between commercial interest and naval power is blurring. The protection of undersea mining sites and support vessels is becoming a new mission for world navies. Nations are also looking to their own exclusive economic zones, where their sovereignty is undisputed. But in disputed waters, the presence of mining vessels can be a catalyst for naval standoffs and escalation. This is the realm of gray zone warfare, actions that provoke and disrupt without triggering an open military conflict. Deep-sea mining equipment can serve as a dual-use cover for surveillance, espionage, or even sabotage of undersea cables. 99% of the world's digital data travels through these cables. They are the nervous system of our civilization. The same technology used to find minerals can be used to monitor or intercept the data flowing through these lines. To operate at these depths, engineers are building robots that can survive pressures 500 times that of the surface. It is an engineering marvel, but it comes with a high price, both economically and ecologically. The mining process kicks up vast clouds of sediment. These plumes can drift for hundreds of miles. This sediment can contain toxic metals, potentially contaminating the ocean's food web from the bottom up. The abyss is home to creatures that have evolved for millions of years in perfect darkness and silence. We are disturbing an ecosystem we have barely begun to understand, risking the loss of species before we even name them. The noise from mining operations can also disrupt the communication of whales and other marine mammals. In the silent deep, sound travels much further, potentially impacting life thousands of miles away. Because of these risks, a growing number of nations and scientists are calling for a complete pause on deep-sea mining. They argue that the potential for irreversible damage to our planetary systems is simply too high. Mining companies respond that their technology is becoming closed-loop, returning sediment directly to the seabed. They claim that deep-sea mining is actually more ethical than land-based mining, which often relies on child labor. The struggle isn't limited to the Pacific. As the ice melts, the Arctic is becoming the next great theater of competition. Russia has been the most assertive, planting its flag on the seabed and expanding its Arctic naval presence. Control over these minerals also means control over the newly opening shipping routes across the top of the world. For NATO, countering Russian dominance in the Arctic is now a top strategic priority. Norway is also moving forward with exploration, positioning itself as a Western leader in deep-sea mineral extraction. The High North is proving that mineral sovereignty is as much about location as it is about technology. The sensors used to find minerals are identical to those used to find submarines. Every mining robot is a potential spy. This dual-use nature of the technology makes every industrial vessel a target for naval surveillance. The ultimate goal for many nations is strategic independence, the ability to power their own defense and economy. Whoever wins the race for the deep sea will have the resources to dictate the terms of the global economy. In the future, we may see permanent industrial hubs on the ocean floor, managed by artificial intelligence. It would be a world of total automation, operating far out of sight and out of mind of the general public. Monitoring this vast frontier will require a new generation of orbital and undersea sensors. The abyss will become a transparent battlefield, where every movement is tracked in real time. But we must ask, does the deep sea belong to the nations with the biggest navies or to all of humanity? The law of the sea declares these resources the common heritage of mankind, but the practice is proving different. Developing nations fear they will be left behind once again as the wealthy powers carve up the ocean floor. The debate over how to share the wealth of the abyss is the defining diplomatic challenge of our time. Some believe the answer isn't more mining, but a radical shift toward recycling and a circular economy. If we can recover the minerals we've already mined, we might not need to disturb the abyss at all. We are at a crossroads. The deep sea is our last truly pristine frontier on Earth. The choices we make today will echo through the oceans for thousands of years. Deep sea mining is more than just a search for metal. It is a battle for power and a test of our wisdom. How we treat the abyss will reveal what kind of civilization we have truly become. Deep sea mining, the new frontier. Thank you for watching. I'm your host. Good night.